Alright, the other thing that I wanted to show you today is a little camera we introduced a few months ago. It's actually a new line of cameras for us called the MIRO. It comes in 4 models. There's a MIRO 1, 2, 3, and 4. This happens to be a MIRO 4. They're point and shoot high-speed cameras. You can see they have an LCD screen on the back, and you can use the LCD screen to set all the regular parameters. Let me get rid of this. Well, let me tell you what. Yeah, it's a touchscreen LCD. Let me tell you what I'll do here is I'll just show you. We have a little water demo over there with some sparkly things bubbling around in water. I didn't make this movie. I just took this from a potential customer in order to show this to you. But here's an example of that demo actually running, on the LCD screen. I can stop it. I can start it. By holding down on this button, I can actually fast forward it, or if I choose, I can fast reverse it, or I can even use my finger to scrub through the movie. As I do that, I can also come in here and set in points, scrub a bit, set an out point, and now when I hit save, I can save the trimmed part of the high-speed movie to a compact flash card. Now guess what? I can take the compact flash card, plug it into a reader on a Mac, and run the Glue Tools QuickTime plug-in and see my footage immediately on the Mac, or I can plug it into a PC and use the Phantom software to see my movie on the PC. This camera also has rechargeable battery, so you can, and it's just a standard Canon camcorder battery inside this packet here, so you can have a couple of extra batteries charged and just replace them in the field, or you can plug the camera in and charge the battery in camera if you choose to. It uses C-mount lensing, which is a 1-inch standard, lensing. I have a C-mount to F-mount adapter on here, and I have a really nice Zeiss 35mm lens on there.
So, frame rates and resolution.
So on this guy, we can, and this is what I wanted to show you next. Let me just delete the movie that's in here. Now we come back to the main screen. The resolution on this is 800 by 600 maximum. I can decrease that by tapped too high. I can decrease that by tapping just above it. Okay? By tapping on it, I can increase the resolution. Here's the frame rate. At 800 by 600, my frame rate is 1265 frames per second. Again, tapping above that would decrease it a little bit. Tapping on it increases it. And I have my exposure here. So resolution, frame rate, and exposure, all touchscreen interface. I have my triggering scheme up here. I think we've talked about that before with high-speed imaging. You want to be able to control where in the movie the trigger occurs, at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. That you can do here by just tapping on the screen and setting your trigger. You get a lot of neat information here. For example, at 800 by 600, 1,265 frames per second. Into the memory in this camera, I can record for 3.4 seconds, which is a total of 4,400 frames. So you get good information about what's going on. To record, you actually just, I don't know what I'm going to record here, but to record, you simply press the record button. That'll start to fill the pre-trigger frames. Then you've got something going on. You can just press the trigger button up here on the camera. Got my post-trigger frames. Now comes the neat part. You press play, and you are instantly viewing the high-speed movie you just made, and then you can go back and do what I just showed you in terms of setting in points, out points, and all that. Save it to the compact flash card if you choose to. Hot little camera.